My name is Adolph Colaco. I'm the founder and CEO of E2Log. I think it's not sufficiently innovative, but I think the last 5 years or so have seen a lot of innovation come into this space. But I think the best of innovation in the logistics space is yet to come, and that's the exciting part of this opportunity. The ability for people to change their mindset relative to how the business was done in the past and how it needs to be done in the future, primarily the adoption of technology. I think it's when people understand how their lives and work can become easier by the use of technology. I think there will be greater acceptance and adoption, which will drive that culture change. Well, I obviously have a bias to our own technology, which is what we have built. So we are E2Log, and we are a digital platform for oversize and project logistics. And what we've done is we've actually taken the challenges that this industry faces. We've used very modern technologies of the type that we see more in the B2C space and actually brought them in. So, the Google Maps kind of functionality, the Expedia-like functionalities, the DocuSign kind of functionalities, the WhatsApp and the chat kind of functionalities. We brought in all of those technologies into one single platform in what we've built. Very excited about that. Indeed, and it's a big part of what we are providing to our customers, because typically our customers are very large corporations. So we brought experts who come in actually from the fintech space, very different from logistics, where, as you can imagine, data security is of prime importance in that business. So we've got a leadership team that comes with that background, and they're building the right checks and balances into the system to ensure that we have data security through our systems. Absolutely, but we see data becoming more anonymized and aggregated, because that's where the value benefit is. Otherwise, what happens is today, companies tend to look at their data in isolation. And it's that kind of a data pool that we are looking to generate in oversize and project logistics, which is extremely powerful because it doesn't exist today. I think that's an exaggerated fear, because at the end of the day, when you look at how technology is evolving, present-day technology is around driving efficiency in the process, whereas the actual physical movement of goods and the need for humans to handle that activity is going to be there for decades. I don't see that changing. Blue, because of the oceans and the blue skies. So a lot of logistics ultimately ends up being between these two modes of transportation. But the horse, because that's an animal which has been used to transport goods and people for the longest time. I think it would be more ocean and air, the way I see it, because I think road transportation is a little ahead when you look at some of the more mature markets, say North America, and you look at Europe. But when you look at ocean and air, it's still several years behind, because technology forayed more into road transportation initially. So that's where I see the most change coming in the next decade or so. I think it's more on the procurement of services side. Typically, if you look at traceability, today you have a lot of technology to track every ship. But when you look at the procurement tools which are available to procure logistics services in the ocean freight space, it's very, very limited. And that's where there is a huge opportunity. And that's a space that we are playing in and trying to target that and capitalize on it. Well, I aspire to be the Steve Jobs of logistics. And the reason why I say that is because he strived for perfection, and there are stories about how he motivated his team to build the perfect product, the right touch, the right feel, and the right user experience. And I think in the logistics space, if we need to be successful with technology, we can only do that when we deliver the right user experience. And that's where I draw a lot of inspiration from. No, not that I know of, but what I would say is, rather than the book or a theoretical knowledge, people need to actually work in the logistics space, doing actual movement of cargoes to be able to gain the first-hand knowledge. And there's no better learning relative to this space as compared to reading a book and trying to gain knowledge.